This is Adventure for Life. I'm Joel. This is day 7 of the 50th anniversary of the 74 Cutlass cross-country odyssey. I am at the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. Honestly, I thought of this on the way in. I'm not sure they're going to allow me to video anything inside, so I'll do this little video outside real quick. And one thing's for sure, they are creating some, that's the Hall of Fame right there. I think you're familiar with the building. This is some kind of sports complex or whatever, but all this construction over here, they've got this new area they're calling Hall of Fame Village, and it looks like they're going to create some kind of entertainment venue or whatever. Maybe they already have it, but anyway, tremendous amount of construction coming in. So anyway, I'm going to take the GoPro up there. We'll see if they'll let me video. If not, then this will be a really short day. So I'm going to head that way, I guess, and again, we'll see what they allow me to do. So I've just walked halfway to the building, but I just noticed they've got some kind of football stadium behind the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Or maybe that's part of it. Who knows? This will be interesting. This is a lot more than I expected. You see the parking lot. I had to park all the way back out there, and this place opens at 9 and it's 9:10. So obviously a lot of people want to come here. Okay, I'm right up to the building now. You see they've decorated it nicely, reserved for a board member. Wow, maybe something important's happening here today. Class of 2023, Rondé Barber, Chuck Howley, old Cowboys guy, Joe Klecko, DeMarcus Ware, man, I didn't know he'd been out that long. Anyway, Don Coryell. There's the 2023 inductees. Here's a helmet to get your picture made in front of. I kind of wonder if that was the original Hall of Fame and they've let so many people in that they had to add on. I'm guessing that's probably the case. Anyway, again, we'll see if, let's go look at this sign real quick. The cradle of professional football on September 17th, 1920. Blah, blah, blah. I guess this is where pro football started with the Canton Bulldogs. Didn't know that. Anyway, maybe that's why Cleveland was so good back in the day. Obviously not now. So I'm inside now, and they will let me video, which is nice. The way this is organized is you first walk in and they've got the latest inductees on display out front, and they've got a story which I didn't know. The reason the Pro Football Hall of Fame's in Canton is because this is where Canton is the city where football, the NFL was first organized. It wasn't called the NFL in the first year, but anyway, some people got together in Canton, Ohio, and at a car dealership and decided to start the pro football. And so this is pretty much organized by years. And so once you get past the new inductees, you see that, it's going to be the first 100 years of football. It can't be the first 100 years because it started in the 20s. Oh, the pre-NFL years. So that's why it's the first 100 years. But anyway, so I learned something, and, I'll film a few things as we go. All right, so I'm not going to video everything in here, obviously, but this is kind of interesting. You see at the top the original football, and as you go down, what the current football is, and obviously it's all about passing. So anyway, that's interesting. One other interesting thing, the first president of the NFL was Jim Thorpe. As you remember, he was in the Olympics, as it says here, in 1912, and that's interesting. Yeah, so this statue's in the initial area, first 100 years. That's Jim Thorpe, who apparently dominated the first few years of football's existence. Okay, I'm showing you this for two reasons. One, it talks about the AFL and the NFL merging in 1970, and also because there's the 1968, the Houston Oilers became the first team to play home games in a domed stadium, the Astrodome. So I've seen lots of stuff, but that I didn't film, but this one I thought I would. This is the 72 Daltons. There's Larry Zonka's jersey and a jacket that says 17-0 from the perfect season for the Dolphins. Okay, I'm in the room that I think of when I think of the Hall of Fame. This is all the busts of the players that are currently in the Hall of Fame, which is obviously a boatload. I saw something a second ago that said that there have been 20,000 people that have played in the NFL. Looks like there's more here, and there may be some more coming. So anyway, thought that'd be interesting. So this is kind of neat too. That's the Hall of Fame rings or whatever. Hopefully you can see it on the video. It's kind of some kind of optical illusion thing. They've got it under some kind of secured glass or something. Okay, I don't know if you can read that, but there's old Roger Staubach, class of 1985, with Pete Rozelle, Joe Namath, and unfortunately O.J. Simpson, some guy named Frank Gatsky, whoever that is. Obviously, I'm a Cowboys fan. That's Tom Landry, class of 1990, with his nemesis Franco Harris and Bob Greasy, a few other guys. Okay, one more. That's Earl Campbell from the Oilers, class of 91. Oh, interesting. He's right next to Tom Landry. And Tex Schramm, of all people. Okay, I'm in another area of the Hall of Fame, and there's J.J. Watt's jersey, who just retired. This is for up-and-coming Hall of Famers, and there's Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson, and obviously Patrick Mahomes back there. So anyway, just wanted to show you this section real quick, just to give you an idea of the different areas there are. Again, this is supposedly future Hall of Famers, which obviously J.J. Watt and Patrick Mahomes will be one. Okay, so they also have a separate section dedicated to the Super Bowl. So here's all the Super Bowls. I don't know that they have every one. I haven't gone through it yet, but there's number 1 and number 2 for the Packers, and obviously Joe Namath guaranteeing the third, and going on from there. Well, I guess that's all they got. Well, no, there's more coming. So anyway, Super Bowl section 2. Oh, that's cool. There's a Super Bowl trophy. So this is interesting. Here's all the Super Bowl rings from all the Super Bowls, obviously. So that's kind of a neat thing. I'm getting ready to head out. I'll make some closing comments in a minute, but I wanted to video this Hall of Fame mission: honor the heroes of the game, preserve its history, promote its values, celebrate excellence together. Okay, I'm back outside the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Again, there's the original structure, the insignia, whatnot. Honestly, a lot better than I expected. Of course, part of that was because my expectations weren't extremely high. But one of the coolest things, and I didn't mention this yet, but one of the coolest things was they had this theater, I'll call it, with a hologram of Joe Namath, and he did a presentation, and it was actually in a made-up locker room with various jerseys hanging in there, Staubach being one of them. Anyway, they brought on various players that were in the Hall of Fame, and some of the challenges that they had to overcome in life and what they learned from that. And it was powerful. It was really, really well done, probably a 15-20 minute video. And, Namath was one of them. Had Alan Page on there talking about some of the things he'd had to overcome, and Jim Kelly from the Buffalo Bills, and he had to overcome cancer and whatnot. So anyway, it really was powerful and well done. So I can say now that I've been to the Pro Football Hall of Fame that I highly recommend it. Certainly worth the visit. And it was interesting to learn that the first team to ever win the championship of what was the early days of the NFL was the Canton Bulldogs. They were back-to-back champions the first 2 years of the NFL. Had no idea that was the case, and I think I saw the original 10 teams of the NFL. 5 of them were from Ohio. So didn't know it was so narrow at the time. But anyway, it was a very interesting visit. Worth the trip, worth the time, but it was expensive. It was $45, I think, to get in there, which, I don't care, but it was interesting that, I don't know what kids cost, but anyway, so I'm headed to the Ark Encounter in Kentucky. So I'm going to see that this afternoon, so I'll have some footage from there.